top r/today I fed up posts, presented by John Lemon. My wife posted earlier today on Ella about this. Not using my main, because my Phil knows it, and I'm not quite ready to tell him about this. I went to work today, and turned my phone off as usual. I had almost 30 missed texts and calls from my pregnant wife, when I turned it on. Most of them were asking how I could do this. I had no clue what she was talking about. She didn't answer any of my calls back. I got home, and she was packing up to leave. I'll admit it, I cried. A lot. Had no clue what was happening or what I did. Finally, it comes out that I texted her that I wanted a divorce. She showed me the text, and I immediately realized what happened. This morning, a freestanding mirror for our bedroom was delivered. I texted her the new mirror came in. I'm going to try to put it together, but I may need your help later. I had trouble putting it together and eventually gave up. I texted her, this isn't working, and at this point I think I need to just give up. Apparently, the first text didn't go through, just the second one. So my pregnant wife panicked for a few hours, while I was off thinking everything was great. She even called a divorce lawyer. Things are fine now, but she's still crying off and on. She told me we can laugh about it tomorrow. TLDR accidentally told my wife that things weren't working. She almost left me. My friend Jenna moved into a nice new condo last month and I finally got a chance to check it out for the first time today. I ended up arriving before she got home from work, so she told me to let myself in with a spare key under the potted plant and to make myself comfortable. I made myself a sandwich and was meandering around eating and checking out her swanky new place when the front door opened and a really large and unfamiliar man with a duffel bag came in. Dude was intimidating, and I'm a 4 minutes and 11 seconds woman, so I was immediately scared. He looked shocked to see me. I'm looking at his duffel bag and realizing that I surprised some piece of shit burglar. I panicked and threw my sandwich at his face and then locked myself in the bedroom. I'm shaking and he pounds on the door yelling at me to get the fuck out. I start screaming at him to get the fuck out and that I'm calling the police. Total bluff because I didn't have my phone. He then yells back that he is calling the police on me. This gives me pause. At this point, I look around and realize the bedroom I'm in definitely appears to be of the male persuasion. I ask him through the door if he knows Jenna, last name. He tells me yes, she is his next door neighbor. Well, apparently, Jenna's neighbor also keeps a spare key under a potted plant. So, today I fucked up by letting myself into my friend's neighbor's place, smacking him in the face with his own sandwich, and then screaming at him to get the fuck out of his house. TLDR today I fucked up by wasting a sandwich. Mandatory. This actually happened yesterday, but it will haunt me for many years to come. A bit of background. Currently we are in the process of selling my family home because my father is elderly and requires a supportive living environment for safety reasons. As such we are using an estate agent to sort the affairs including house listing, viewings etc. Due to this, we have allowed her a key to host the viewing parties at her own convenience. So, I'm a man in my late 20s with a diet consisting mostly of fruit and high fiber foods, not out of any special dietary requirements, but more because I'm fond of the taste. Today whilst in town I get a normal pang of pain in my abdomen that comes after my overpass oat with fruit and coffee breakfast. Nothing new here, so with my father's house keys in hand I make a beeline for his estate to do the deed. I'm having a fairly nice time. It's a quiet familiar environment in which I take my time so as to ensure I'm good for the next few hours. Suddenly, I look to the toilet roll holder, and it is barren, not a square in sight. When my father lived in the house there was normally toilet roll sitting just to the right of the sink which is close by for easy access, but seeing as he was currently in supported living there was no need for it. I'm thinking no big deal and proceed to jump up and kind of duck waddle towards the shower where I could kind of wash my nether region like a bidet. So I'm stood there, trousers round ankles, hose in hand with the nozzle halfway to my small intestine. I hear a patter just outside the door. Next thing bang. Door flings open. Estate agent stood with a family of 4, including an elderly woman, who get a full-on view of the impressive yet somewhat perverted act unfolding before them. I freeze, like a deer in headlights. Next thing I hear a massive thud and a flurry of people running away and slamming the door behind them. I finish up somewhat quickly and rush to see what's happening, to find the old woman in the floor, unconscious, with the family trying to bring her back around. It takes a while, but she eventually gathers herself and is back up and somewhat normal again. I apologize, excuse myself, and proceed to make a beeline for the door with a face reminiscent of a ripe tomato. Get a phone call later in the day. Needless to say, we didn't make the sale. I suppose I can always tell people my behind made a woman faint one time. TLDR, I did a number 2, washed my asterisk in a shower, and was interrupted by a family viewing a house, after which a woman collapsed, almost killing her in the process. This started yesterday, but I didn't realize my foo until today. Yesterday, I stumbled on a price mistake for the 6-quart Instant Pot at Target. They were ringing up at $10 a piece instead of $80. I decided I would get some Christmas shopping done early and flip a few. I ordered 10 for in-store pickup and 10 for delivery in case either order got cancelled. Well, the delivery order was cancelled, but I got an email that the in-store pickup was ready. I go to Target and give them my ID. They look it up and can't find it at first. I give them the order number and I hear the one guy say to the other something about it being cancelled, and they are both giving my odd looks. The one says he has to let the manager know I'm there, so they radio over, and the manager says it was cancelled because of the price mistake. So today was pretty effing eventful. First, obligatory backstory. My best friend and I often go out on weekends, get drunk, party at clubs, etc. It's a lot of fun when everyone's enjoying themselves and letting loose. One weekend, my best friend's older brother came home from Croatia, first time in a couple years, to catch up with the fam, and had plans with him to go out on the weekend. He offers me if I want to come, but I want them to have quality bro time, so I pass, truly wanting them to catch up and have some family time. It just so happened that weekend of all weekends that my best friend, we'll call him L, got into a fight with another group of guys. Although he and his bro didn't sustain too much damage from the fight, the other group were wasted from alcohol and pills. L and I got into talking about joining a martial arts gym. It would be for fun and fitness, plus learning how to defend yourself seemed smart. We caught up and chilled at a local public playground. Keep in mind, imagine 2 grown-ass young adults climbing up and around a tiny playground in broad daylight, and began discussing joining a local kickboxing gym. Being best friends, we started talking some SHT, saying how much we deck the other and how we'd essentially easily FCK the other up. We began to mock fight in public with parents and children walking by on the sidewalk with amusement tinged with judgment. It was just 2 18-year-olds messing around. All of a sudden, I say something stupid in a mock Japanese accent. I mention, chill, and proceed to attempt a jumping, flying, roundhouse, NO-IDEA-WHERE-THE-FK-MY-LEGIS-GOING kick at L, when this child, that couldn't be over 8, jumps in and says EIER. I couldn't stop my momentum and proceeded to yeet this kid into the sandpit. No amount of bracing could protect our ears from the banshee scream that erupted from his mouth. I went into instant panic mode, running to the kid to check on him. He wasn't seriously injured, but my leg collided pretty hard. His older brother or something came over, laughing his ass off. I apologized profusely to both the kid and his brother, and when he stopped crying I talked him up about how strong he was to take such a ass whooping. His bro likely scolded him for running into an area where 2 tall dipshits were flailing their legs and fists. All in all, it was pretty wholesome. The child had a new story to tell at school, and I got to kick a child in the face. Win-win. That's a joke. TLDR best friend and I were pretend fighting in a public park, and when I attempted to do a ridiculous kick I saw on UFC, a kid jumped in and became collateral damage. Worth it. So long story short, I keep a cum rag by my bed. This cum rag is also one of my work shirts which I've never washed and never planned to because I had so many. I work in a factory and we have to wear our uniform, which complies of a t-shirt with the company name on it, and work pants or shorts, whichever you prefer. Well, when I wake up literally 30 minutes before I have to be at work. Work is only 20 minutes away. So 5 minutes to get dressed and 20 to get to work, sparing me 5 minutes to clock in. And I'm never late. Well, today I snoozed my alarm one too many times. I jumped out of bed knowing I was about to be late. I grabbed my boxers, shorts, socks, and God bless my goddamn shirt. I'm in a hurry and it's 5:10 in the morning and everyone in my house was asleep, so I turn minimal lights on, get in my car, smoke my cigarette on the way, drive as fast as I can without getting pulled over, and pull into my place of employment. I run into the building, and as soon as I get in the break room, where the lights are, I just see nothing but glistening shiny whiteness come from all over my black shirt. It was at that moment I knew I fucked up. I walked outside and drove straight home. Today I fucked up. Edit. I'm not a disgusting person. I take a shower at night, followed by a good teeth brushing / flossing / mouthwash. I have a very hard time waking up in the morning and set multiple alarms. Also, I will continue with my cum rag ways. TL. I beat my meat and used the same shirt to clean it off with for 2 years and ended up wearing it to work.